One night, on a dare my friends had dared me to do, I went into the large, old abandoned barn at the end of my street. When I went in, I saw it was filled with various objects and it had many different rooms. I was standing in the middle of the old barn, alone with my thoughts. The only reason people thought it was haunted was because of the horrible smell that emanated from it and the weird bump noises that they heard every night, though it could have easily been an animal looking for shelter. But when I went inside, I could smell something, but it was far worse than the others had described. And there was nothing in there that I could see that could cause such an awful smell. It it smelled of rot and decay. So much I felt like I was going to be sick. There was very faint footsteps all around me, but I guess maybe I could hear my friends outside trying to scare me, which they were failing at, of course. I looked around and found a couch to sit on. I flung myself on the couch, just waiting for morning, unafraid of the barn, seeing as it looked normal. I sat on the couch for a good 25 or 30 minutes when I heard a loud scream coming from one of the end rooms. It sounded like a woman. I bolted up and ran to the room and found a light switch. I flicked it on, and there was nothing there. In somewhat a daze, I walked out of the room and sat down again, trying to piece together if I had indeed heard what I had heard. Then, not a second later, another scream sounded from the other end of the room. Again, I bolted up and ran to it, finding a light switch. When I turned it on, there was still nothing. Not even a footprint in the thick dust. I couldn't decide if I was imagining it, dreaming, or just losing my mind. I didn't even have enough time to think when again I heard another scream. This time, I thought maybe my friends Jenny and the twins Claire and Millie were doing it to scare me. So I chuckled and yelled out, "Okay guys, you got me. I'm a little freaked out, okay? Happy guys?" There was no answer, so I yelled out again, "Come on guys, joke's over, you got me, okay? Let's just go home now." Still no answer. I guess they weren't done fooling around, so I sighed and sat on the couch. I heard 3 more screams coming from each room, but I didn't budge, since at the time I thought it was maybe Jenny, Claire, and Millie trying to freak me out. It wasn't until I heard the scream directly behind me when I jumped up and turned around and saw a woman covered in blood.